All right, so let's dive into something super practical today.
Yeah, practical.
Goal setting.
Ooh.
Have you ever felt like, you're just drifting,
Drifting along.
you're not really sure where you're headed?
Like a ship without a rudder.
Yeah, exactly, like a
Yep.
ship without a compass or a rudder.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to take a deep dive into this goal-setting script today
I love this script.
to help you chart a course
Yeah.
and reach those dream destinations.
It's so good because what strikes me about it is how it goes beyond just setting goals.
Right?
It really taps into that deeper human need for purpose and direction. It's like we're hardwired to
Yeah,
seek out meaning, to strive for something.
totally.
Goals give us that framework,
Mm.
that compass to navigate life's vast ocean.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
There was this one time
Okay.
I was fresh out of college,
Mm-hmm.
no real plan,
No plan.
just kind of bouncing from one odd job to the next.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun for a while,
Yeah.
but eventually I felt like I was just spinning my wheels, going
Yeah.
nowhere fast.
Yeah.
And I realized even a small goal,
Mm.
like learn to bake sourdough bread,
Oh, yeah.
would give me
Right.
some direction.
Some purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then.
It's amazing how even, like you were saying, a small goal can create a sense of purpose
Yeah.
and accomplishment.
Totally.
And this script is all about giving you a toolkit to set those goals
Okay.
in a way that actually works.
Well, toolkit.
Speaking of toolkits,
Yeah.
that's where the SMART framework comes in.
Okay. So, SMART goals.
MART goals. Yeah.
We've all heard the acronym,
Right.
but I gotta admit, sometimes it feels a bit
A bit
Over-
used. Yeah.
like, is it really that magical?
Right. Well, the magic is less in the acronym itself
Okay.
and more in what it represents.
Okay.
Each letter stands for a principle that makes your goals more likely to succeed.
It's about moving from vague wishes to concrete actions.
All right. I am intrigued.
Okay.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
First up, S for specific.
Specific.
So instead of I want to be rich,
Yeah.
we're talking about something more like
More like.
I want to earn an extra $10,000 this year by starting a freelance writing business.
Exactly.
Okay.
Specificity is all about clarity.
Mhm.
The script gives a great example with
Yeah.
fitness.
Yeah.
I want to be fit is vague,
Right.
but I want to run a 5K in under 30 minutes by June
Oh.
is specific, measurable,
Okay.
and gives you a clear target to aim for.
It's like having coordinates on a map
Exactly.
instead of just wandering aimlessly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So specific goals, check.
Sure.
Now, how do we know we're actually making progress?
Yes.
That's where measurable comes in, right?
That's where measurable comes in.
But this goes beyond just writing things down in a journal, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
While journaling can be helpful, the key to measurability is quantifying your progress.
Okay.
Think about the tools you can use.
So like what?
Are there apps that track your workouts or finances?
Uh-huh.
Can you create a spreadsheet to monitor your daily progress on a project?
Mm.
Maybe a visual goal board.
Okay.
Helps you stay motivated.
Okay.
It's about finding what works for you
Right.
and actually seeing those numbers move towards your target.
So it's about having data.
Data, not just daydreams.
Data, not just daydreams.
Right.
Data makes it real.
Data makes it real. Okay.
Specific and measurable.
Ah,
I'm with you so far.
good.
But what about achievable?
Achievable.
Isn't this where we need to be realistic
Yes.
and make sure we're not setting ourselves up for disappointment?
You nailed it.
Oh, okay.
It's like finding that sweet spot between challenge and feasibility.
Okay.
The script uses the analogy of climbing a hill, not a mountain.
Right.
If you're new to running,
Yeah.
aiming for a marathon right away might be setting yourself up for failure.
Oh.
Start with a 5K,
Right.
build up your stamina,
Okay.
then maybe tackle that marathon later.
Right.
Small wins build momentum and confidence,
Okay.
which are key to tackling bigger challenges down the road.
Right. It's about breaking down those massive goals
Exactly.
into manageable steps.
Manageable steps.
Speaking of which, I tried learning Spanish once
Oh,
through a super intense immersion program.
wow.
I figured, hey,
Yeah.
if I just go all in for a month,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be fluent, right?
You'd think.
Wrong.
Wrong.
It was way too much, way too fast.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up feeling totally overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed
Yeah.
and giving up.
That's a classic example
Yeah.
of overshooting the mark on achievability.
Oh, yeah.
And it highlights why this next element of SMART goals is so crucial,
Right?
relevant.
Relevant.
What's the point of achieving a goal if it doesn't actually align with what matters to you? If
Yeah.
learning Spanish doesn't resonate with your values,
Yeah.
passions, or life vision.
It's going to be much harder to stay motivated,
Right.
no matter how achievable it might be.
So it's like, why sail to that island
Exactly.
if you actually hate the beach?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. You got to make sure you're actually excited about the destination,
Yes.
not just chasing someone else's idea of paradise.
Right.
Okay, relevant makes total sense.
Okay.
But how does time factor into all of this?
Right.
I'm sensing that time-bound is about to come into play.
You are right on track.
Okay.
Deadlines are crucial for creating that sense of urgency
Right.
and accountability.
Right.
Remember the calendar pages flipping by in the script
Yes.
without a clear time frame?
Yeah.
It's easy for goals to get pushed aside and never materialize instead of, I want to write a book someday.
Right.
Try, I will finish the first draft of my book by December 31st of next year.
Whoa, suddenly there's a deadline.
A deadline.
A fire lit under you.
Exactly.
Like you've got a launch date for your ship, and you got to get everything ready to set sail by that date.
We got to get ready.
No excuses.
No excuses.
I'm feeling inspired already.
Right.
And we haven't even gotten to the part about actually breaking down those big goals.
That's exactly where we're headed next.
Okay.
We'll dive into the strategies for turning those seemingly daunting objectives
Right.
into manageable steps,
Okay.
creating a roadmap to success.
Right.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive on goal setting.
Back at it.
We just explored the SMART framework,
Right.
specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound,
Mm-hmm.
and how it lays a strong foundation for success.
It's a great framework.
It is.
But sometimes even a SMART goal
Right.
can feel overwhelming.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
Like staring up at a mountain you have to climb.
Yes.
How do we actually start tackling these big ambitions?
That's where the script's emphasis on breaking down goals comes in.
Okay.
It's about shifting your focus from that daunting peak
Okay.
to the very next step you need to take. Instead of trying to conquer Everest in one leap,
Yeah.
you focus on setting up base camp,
Okay.
acclimating to the altitude,
Right.
and planning your route.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this breaking down idea works.
Good.
But does the script give us any concrete ways to do this?
Yeah.
Like actual tools or techniques?
It encourages us to think in terms of smaller,
Okay.
actionable steps.
Okay.
Let's say your goal is to write a novel.
Okay.
Instead of staring at a blank page feeling intimidated,
Right.
you could break it down into daily writing goals like 500 words a day.
Okay.
Or you might focus on outlining each chapter. Or even just brainstorming character ideas for 15 minutes a day.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like building a house brick by brick
Brick by brick.
instead of trying to magically manifest the whole structure at once.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
each small step you take
Mm.
builds momentum
Okay.
and reinforces the belief that you can achieve the bigger goal.
Right.
This reminds me of a concept called chunking. Chunking.
It's a learning technique where you break down large amounts of information
Okay.
into smaller, more manageable chunks.
So we're chunking our goals.
Chunking our goals.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, how does that actually work in real life?
Yeah, in
It's
real
like-
life.
I remember this one time I had to write a huge research paper for a grad school class.
Oh my God.
The deadline was looming,
Looming, yeah.
and I was totally paralyzed by the sheer size of the project.
I've been there.
I felt like I was drowning in research notes
Yeah.
and had no idea where to even begin.
It sounds like you were facing a classic case of goal overwhelm.
I think so.
What did you do?
Well, after days of procrastination,
Okay.
I finally decided to just focus on writing one paragraph a day.
One paragraph.
No more, no less, just one paragraph.
And what happened?
It was amazing.
Amazing how.
Suddenly the paper didn't seem so scary.
Right.
Those paragraphs started adding up.
They had
And before I knew it,
yeah,
I had a rough draft.
a rough draft. It wasn't perfect,
Right.
but it was a starting point.
Yeah.
And that's all I needed to get the ball rolling.
That's a perfect example of how chunking and setting micro goals can make a huge difference.
Macro goals. Okay.
The micro goal is simply a smaller goal that contributes to a larger objective.
Right.
In your case,
Yeah.
each paragraph you wrote was a micro goal that eventually led to the completion of the entire research paper.
So we're taking those big, hairy, audacious goals
Big, hairy, audacious.
and transforming them into bite-sized pieces
Bite-sized pieces.
that we can actually digest.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that analogy.
And that sense of progress,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how small, is key for maintaining motivation and momentum.
Right.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Even with the best laid plans,
Yeah.
we're bound to hit some roadblocks along the way.
For sure.
I'm curious, how do you usually handle setbacks when pursuing a goal?
Honestly,
Yeah.
my first instinct is usually to panic.
Panic.
Doubt creeps in, and I start questioning everything. But then I remind myself that challenges are inevitable,
Challenges are inevitable.
and it's all about how you respond to them.
Right, how you respond.
The script actually has a great line about this. Challenges are inevitable.
Yeah.
Expect setbacks, but don't let them derail you.
Don't let them derail you.
I think that's so important
Yeah.
because it acknowledges that things will go wrong,
Things will go wrong.
but it also empowers us to keep moving forward.
to keep moving forward, exactly.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful mindset to cultivate.
I agree.
The script also emphasizes the importance of flexibility
Right.
and adaptability.
Okay.
Having backup plans,
Hmm.
or even just the willingness to adjust your approach
Yeah.
can be crucial when facing unexpected obstacles.
Right.
It's like having a map with alternate routes
Yeah.
in case your original path is blocked.
So it's not about sticking rigidly to a plan,
Right.
but about being open to course correcting along the way.
Course correcting.
Yeah.
I like that.
But sometimes, even with a flexible mindset,
Mm-hmm.
staying motivated can be tough,
It can be tough.
especially when you're in the middle of a long journey
Yeah.
and that finish line feels miles away.
Right.
What does the script say about staying energized and focused
Yeah.
when you're feeling that motivation dip?
One thing the script emphasizes is the importance of celebrating progress.
Oh, I like that.
Remember those images of people cheering and high-fiving in the script?
Yes.
It's about acknowledging those small wins,
Right.
no matter how insignificant they might seem.
I am all about celebrations.
Celebrations.
It's amazing how a little happy dance,
A happy dance.
a delicious treat,
A treat.
or even just bragging to a friend about a small accomplishment can boost your mood and keep you going.
I love it.
What about you? What's your go-to way to celebrate a small win?
I'm a big fan of journaling,
Your journal.
taking a few minutes to write down my accomplishment.
Yeah.
Even the tiny ones.
Mhm.
Helps me appreciate how far I've come. It's like creating a tangible record of progress.
Right.
A reminder that I'm actually moving forward.
It's like keeping a captain's log, documenting all the storms you've weathered and the new lands you've discovered on your journey.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even with celebrations and journaling,
Yeah.
there are going to be times when motivation just dips, right?
Of course.
What does the script suggest for those moments when we're feeling lost at sea?
It talks about the power of surrounding yourself with positive influences.
Oh, okay.
People who believe in you,
Yeah.
inspire you,
Okay.
and support your goals.
It's like having a crew of supportive shipmates who cheer you on, offer guidance when you're feeling lost, and remind you why you set sail in the first place.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's not just about having a cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
It's about seeking out mentors who can offer valuable insights and guidance.
Right.
Or even just exposing yourself to content that motivates and inspires you.
Okay, so we've got SMART goals,
Smart goals.
broken down into manageable chunks.
Manageable chunks.
We're flexible and adaptable when obstacles arise.
Flexible, adaptable.
We're celebrating wins and surrounding ourselves with positive influences.
Positive influences.
What's the final piece of the puzzle here?
Right.
What does the script say about making sure we actually reach our destination?
The script concludes with a powerful message about the importance of reflection
Okay.
and adjustment.
Reflection and adjustment, I think.
Goal setting isn't a one-time event.
Right.
It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and refining our course.
It's like being the captain of your ship,
Yeah.
constantly checking your instruments,
Yeah.
reading the weather forecasts,
Mhm.
and making adjustments to your sails to account for changing winds and currents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we'll dive deeper into this reflection and adjustment phase in our next segment.
Okay.
We'll explore practical tools and techniques for assessing your progress,
Right.
identifying what's working, and making course corrections to ensure you stay on track toward your ultimate destination.
Perfect. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to our deep dive on goal setting.
You're back.
We've covered so much ground already.
So much ground, yeah.
From the SMART framework to breaking down big goals,
Yeah.
navigating obstacles,
Obstacles.
and staying motivated.
Staying motivated.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about reflection and adjustment.
Reflection and adjustment.
The final piece of the puzzle that ensures we actually reach our destination.
Right, the final piece.
It's like we've sailed across the ocean,
Yeah.
charted a course,
Charted a course.
weathered a few storms,
Weathered some storms.
and now we're approaching the shores of our dream island.
I love that.
Right.
It's a fantastic analogy.
And the script really highlights that this final stage is not just about passively drifting towards the finish line.
Right, not passively drifting.
It's about actively steering the ship,
Yeah, actively steering.
making sure we navigate those final currents
Those final currents.
and land precisely where we intend to.
Precisely where we intend to.
So we're not just setting and forgetting.
Not setting and forgetting.
We're constantly checking in,
Right.
recalibrating,
Yeah.
making sure we're still on course,
On course.
and adjusting our sails as needed.
Adjusting our sails.
But how do we actually do that?
Yeah. How do we do that?
What tools or techniques does the script recommend
Right.
for this crucial reflection phase?
The script mentions journaling
Journaling.
as a fantastic tool.
Okay.
And it's more than just a gratitude diary.
Right.
It's about capturing your thoughts, feelings, and observations throughout the journey.
So, like, what kinds of things?
What challenges did you face?
Okay.
What strategies worked well?
Mm-hmm.
What surprised you?
Okay.
What did you learn?
Okay.
It's like keeping a detailed captain's log,
Okay.
not just to celebrate victories,
Right.
but to analyze your entire voyage.
I love that.
It's so valuable.
It's like having a record of your journey, not just a snapshot of the destination.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's hard to be objective about your own experiences.
All right.
Are there other tools that can help us see things from a fresh perspective?
Absolutely. Self-assessment tools
Self-assessment tool.
can provide incredibly valuable insights.
Okay.
There are so many free assessments available online
Mhm.
that can help you understand your personality type,
Okay.
your learning style,
Okay.
your strengths, your weaknesses.
So it's like getting an outside perspective.
Yes.
A view from the crow's nest
A view from the crow's nest. I love that.
to see what we might miss from the deck.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
And speaking of outside perspectives,
Yeah.
what does the script say about seeking feedback from others?
It emphasizes the power of seeking feedback
Yep.
from trusted friends,
Okay.
mentors, or colleagues.
So people you trust.
People you trust.
Okay.
Sometimes those closest to us can spot things we might overlook.
Right.
They can offer encouragement,
Yeah.
constructive criticism, or even just a different way of looking at a situation.
It's like having a seasoned sailor on board.
Yeah, seasoned.
Someone who's navigated these waters before
Uh-huh.
and can offer guidance based on their own experience.
Exactly.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
But okay, let's say we've done all of this.
Okay, all of this.
We've journaled,
Mm-hmm.
we've self-assessed,
Assess.
we've sought feedback.
Feedback.
What do we do with all this information?
Yeah, what do we do?
How do we actually turn these insights into action?
The script encourages us to view goal setting as a continuous improvement cycle.
Yep.
We set a goal,
Right.
we take action,
Mhm.
we reflect on our progress,
Okay.
we make adjustments, and then we repeat the process.
So it's not about reaching a fixed destination and then stopping.
Not about stopping.
It's about continuously evolving, learning, and growing.
continuously evolving.
So it's not just about reaching that dream island.
Right.
It's about becoming a more skilled and experienced sailor along the way.
Yes,
It's about enjoying the entire journey,
the entire journey.
not just the destination.
Not just the destination. That's a fantastic way to put it.
I think that beautifully sums up the wisdom we've gleaned from this deep dive.
Yeah, that's good.
We've explored the power of setting smart goals,
Smart goals.
breaking them down into manageable steps,
Manageable steps.
navigating obstacles with resilience and flexibility,
Resilience and flexibility.
staying motivated through celebrations and positive influences,
Positive influence.
and embracing reflection and adjustment as a continuous cycle of growth.
A continuous cycle of growth.
It's been an amazing journey exploring this roadmap to achieving our dreams.
It has been a great journey.
And I hope our listener feels empowered to set their own course, adjust their sails, and navigate towards a future filled with purpose and achievement.
I hope so too.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of goal setting.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring, and we can't wait to hear about all the amazing journeys you embark on.
Until next time, fair winds and following seas.